Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 7, Episode 18, I think it's 18 or 19, Adios. Yeah, it's 18, Adios. So yeah, we're just going to get on into it because, even though I like The Other Way, this season's now everything's starting to kind of drag out a little bit now. I'm just ready for this season now to end and ready for the tell all. It's been a good season. It's been entertaining, but now it don't need to be dragged out any longer. So let's just get to the tell all. But I still think we got like at least 2 more episodes left after this. But the first couple I want to talk is Luke and Madeline. So we didn't see Luke, but we see Madeline and Luke's father have that conversation. And the conversation I feel like went well, but Luke's dad and realistically, Madeline don't really want to marry Luke. She really don't want to marry Luke, and I think she is looking for any kind of way out and everything. And Luke's dad tried to plead Luke's case for him and everything, but I think it only made it worse because Luke's dad said that Luke has cheated before, but he would never cheat on Madeline and has never cheated on Madeline and everything. And the father had asked, do you feel like you could trust him and everything? And Madeline said that it's going to be a process. Well, the father's like, that's BS. You're about to get married tomorrow. You have to, all those thoughts and everything have to basically go away, and everything. So Madeline's just like, if he's trying to make me feel better, it's really not working. So really, yeah, the conversation was just like I said, I feel like Luke's dad really meant well with the conversation and really did try to plead his case and everything, because he did say that Luke loves Madeline more than anything. And he even asked Madeline about that property, about the thing about having the name on the deed or whatever. And Madeline said, God forbid if we broke up, I need something to fall back on and everything, which is fair enough. But he told her, you need to get out of that mindset. You gotta, you're about to get married and just thinking about things not working out and everything. So yeah, Madeline has a lot of doubts before she gets married. And realistically, at this point, she don't really like Luke. She don't really like Luke. Even before she even knew about the stripper thing, she really wasn't really caring about Luke because of a lot of the finances and stuff and everything. I think at some point it was just all about the come to a head and look for the easy way out. So that's just my opinion on that one. So yeah, that was Luke and Madeline. Next couple I want to talk is Jenny and Submit. So last week, as we all remember, Submit finally confronted his mom and told his mom that she needs to quit treating the girls like they're their slaves and servants and act like their daughter-in-laws and everything. And of course, the mom flips out like she always does. This episode, Submit's brother and his wife and Jenny had a conversation, and basically Submit just told everybody basically to suck it up. Mom's gonna be mom, and we need to come together for the family business. All they're thinking about is just the family business. And Submit just we can't be irritating mom and everything. We have to do better, and we need to keep the family business, a family cafe going. Jenny's just like, I am too old for this. I am tired. I just want to move out. I'm moving out. I don't care. I'm moving out. This, and that. I'm tired of this. I am moving out. That was literally basically it. Jenny just was ready to get out. And judging by the previews of next week, she's going to be really confronting Submit's parents, saying that that they're moving out and everything, and the mom's gonna manipulate her you ain't moving. And and I understand, everybody's on the fence with this. Everyone's saying, oh, Jenny needs to suck it up and everything, but Submit is just he really wants to live with his mommy forever, and he's not ashamed to say that. He's really not ashamed to say that. Um, the thing is, if you weren't, dude, the thing is, you got to understand, Submit, you're married. And you're also married to an older woman, okay? If you were single, okay, fine. Live with your mom, no problem. But you're married, man. And your mommy's not gonna live forever. I'm just speaking reality. I'm not saying that to be funny, to be ignorant or nothing. But mommy's not gonna live forever. Like, what are you gonna like? God forbid when that time comes, what's gonna happen? Like, you have to like live your own life. I understand the Indian culture, the culture thing, but at the same time, you're still married and you need to think of what's best for your wife. You could like find a place like close to your mom. You could come to your mom's house like every day and stuff and help with everything. There's nothing wrong with you being around your mom, close to your mom and everything, but living there with your older wife, it's just not the best thing. And he's just embraced it, wants everybody to embrace that basically. But Submit's brother and his brother's wife were like, we'll all come together and behave ourselves for the family business. And Jenny's just like, screw this. So I can't wait to see how this conversation goes next week. So, but that was Jenny and Submit. Next couple I want to talk is Anthony and Manon. So I saw a tweet that said, because Anthony and Manon finally found a house in France. They had a slow start with the packing. They're still having conversations about job and spending time with her, whatever, this and that and everything. But they did find a house, and on the way to the house, Manon was just like told Anthony to unpack with your shirt off and stuff and everything, and all that. She was actually complimenting him for once instead of insulting him and everything. We went over to the house. It looks like a nice house. She said Manon said that getting this house was basically like they had to jump on it quick. They had a really good deal. She hates the fact that she has to be in debt, a little bit of depth over it, but she was really eager to get to this house and everything because Anthony, I guess, really loved it. It was a nice house. I mean, the design was a little iffy in my opinion, but it was still a nice house, and I think that would be good for them and everything. And so I saw a tweet that said that Jenny's just waking up and watching Anthony and Manon move out of their Manon's parents' house, just like, why can't that be us? I thought that was funny. So yeah, Anthony and Manon finally found a house in France. There's still going to be something that she's going to complain about. Judging by the preview, she don't know nobody in the neighborhood, don't know the neighborhood, and going to take the baby out and everything and still find something to complain about. So it is what it is. So yeah, that was Anthony and Manon. Next couple I wanted to talk is Patia and Dylan. So Patia and Dylan, they decided to have a date like out in this like jungle basically. They went on like a little not zip, they went on this like little ride, like high ride basically. Just had a little romantic day. We seen Patia feeding these little mini kangaroos basically and everything, and they just had a day. She said that Dylan is still talking to his mom 24 a lot, and she still has that big like $20,000 debt and everything. We're getting nowhere, but it was nice to have like a little nice day out. And so they go out and enjoy the day and everything, hugging and kissing. And then in a surprise turn of events, Dylan, after 12 years, finally gets down on one knee and proposes to Patia. And he asked her to marry her, and she said yes. Okay. Throughout the season, it's just, she complains a lot too, but I haven't really like followed them. I don't have any inklings on if they're together or not and everything. I really don't know. I really don't know. This is what I'm saying, that I'm just so ready for the tell-all because the season's starting to kind of drag out a little bit. and we're just, now I'm just ready for some final answers on some things. Did Anthony and Manon move back to America? Did did Greta and Matthew? We didn't see Greta and Matthew in this episode. We'll see them next week. But is Greta still in the UK? Did she forgive? Is she gonna give Matthew another chance and everything? Like I'm just ready for those answers. So, but here's one thing that we do have answers for, and this is Chloe and Johnny. Everything's starting to make sense now with them. Johnny's done with Chloe, and Johnny did what he did because he's done. No excuse for what he did. I'll get to what he did in a minute. No excuse for it, but he was just fine. He was tired of Chloe. He was really tired of Chloe. So it starts out. Chloe and Johnny start out like washing their car. Johnny says that she wants to go to a car wash and spend money, and they could just do it themselves and everything. So they wash the car, and then they still talking about her permanent residency, staying in Aruba, and the only way to do the paperwork fast and everything is to get married. Chloe wants to get married just so she can stay there. She's not getting married because she's in love or anything. Like, and when I was listening to this conversation, I'm just like, this is just all for just staying here. Like, is she like in love with Johnny? I never want her to say, I love you so much, Johnny. You're the best guy in the world and everything. Like, I can't live without you or anything. We didn't hear none of that. It's just all to get married just to stay here. Johnny is saying that, Chloe, marriage is a long time commitment, and I want to make sure that we are both ready and everything. And there's still some miscellaneous things that you need to be doing that I get frustrated about. One thing is, like, I need some help with cleaning around the house, like in cooking and cleaning or whatever. You don't do no cleaning or anything, no cooking or cleaning. I have to do all of that. And she's like, you're not want to marry me for something minuscule as that. And he was like, Chloe, it's not so much of that, but but if I'm the only one doing it and you're here, then that's that's going to be some pet peeves basically. And she was just like it's not like I don't know how to do all of that stuff. It's just like I don't and everything. And when she said that, and it's just like that just proved that how spoiled she really is basically. She likes to bring up the fact that, oh, I brought up my whole life to move down here. Okay, yeah, you did. No one asked you to, but you still, when you come in somebody's house, you got to help contribute. Yes, you move far away, but that still doesn't give you a right just to come here on vacation mode and be lazy all the time. Like, you had everything. It seems like you had everything done for you and everything. And Johnny just says he wants a little help. You help a little bit more cleaning and cooking and stuff and everything. Like, you don't even know how to turn on a stove, basically. So it's whatever. They didn't get nowhere with that conversation. And then we get to the part that we've been waiting for. So we seen Chloe in a different scene now at a rental house. She's now packing up to try to go home. Why is she going home? So apparently Johnny had gotten a new phone, but he still had his old phone nearby. Chloe was doing something, and then she was just raising, but she was like, me being a curious girlfriend that I am, I respectfully decided to go through his phone. And she's seen a message from a girl of him telling the girl that he missed her and everything. And then he had I guess like in the beginning of the season while they were doing interviews, right in front of her face, basically, and the producers had to tell him to put the phones down. He was texting another girl and asking her for nudes and stuff and everything. So, and then, like, I guess there was also, I guess this is the same girl who messaged Chloe and said that she's beautiful and everything, trying to cover her up and everything and stuff and everything. So Chloe got mad and packed all her stuff. and she said that she had her little girlfriends come over to her rental, and she said that the only thing that Johnny said, how could you just go through my phone and everything? You broke my trust with that. And without, are you okay? Do you need help with the place that you're staying? She was mad about that. So here's my opinion on that. 100% Johnny was wrong for that. Dead wrong. That's messed up, Johnny. Come on. And I had high hopes for you. You were just starting to grow on me, and you want to do that. However, if you're going to do that, can you? I understand you at this point that you're done with Chloe because she's really not ready for lifelong commitment. She just really wants to go out with her girls all the time and get drunk and be in vacation lifestyle and everything. So she's not ready for marriage, and she didn't want to marry you just because she loved you. She just wanted to marry you to stay here. If you didn't want her to do like that, just like kind of just say, you know what, this relationship's not working out, and let's just end it. Why do you have to like go behind her back and ask for her girlfriend nudes and stuff and everything? You know, I guess there was one conversation that was before Chloe that she saw, but but still, but still. Now, Chloe's like done, don't want to see him. Judging by the preview, she has to go get the rest of her stuff, and there's not, and she really don't want to see him, but she still needs to get the rest of her stuff. I don't know how that's gonna play out, how that's gonna work out, and everything. Um, yeah, I'm just like wow for that one. Yeah, Johnny was starting to really grow on me, and then with that, but Chloe's also immature too, so I don't know. I really don't know. But like I said, yeah, you know, I enjoyed the season, but it's starting to drag a little bit. I'm ready for it to be done. Um, we did not see Greta and Matthew in this episode. We will see them next week when Greta finally gets to talk to Matthew after their emotional breakup a few weeks ago and stuff and everything. They were the biggest disappointment this season because they were my favorite couple, and then how she did him like that was just messed up. So. But anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Yeah, and that's the end of my review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Check that if you're already subscribed. To my new subscribers, thank you so much. We're gonna be doing some new content very soon. I'm still watching some shows and trying to figure out and narrow down what I want to do for 2026. I do have some Married at First Sight news, guys. For Married at First Sight season 20, I guess it's going to be in Seattle this year. Just found out some breaking news today that all three experts, Dr. Pia, Dr. Pepper, and Pastor Cal, are not going to be part of the season. And there's been some behind the scene producers that are going to be gone too that we don't get to see. So it's going to be like a whole new look for Married at First Sight this year. So whenever they drop the trailer and drop the couples for the new season of Married at First Sight, I'll keep you guys informed. Hopefully that season will come like pretty soon because I know we just wrapped up Austin. We're about to hit the Seattle. So yeah, so when that comes out, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's some breaking news from Married at First Sight. But anyway, guys, that is it. Thank you. I'll be back on next week to recap. Until then, I'll be back next week to recap before the 90 days. So until then, y'all stay safe and have a good one. Love you guys. Bye.